Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening for the second annual Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. So I'm delighted to serve as this evening's Master of Ceremonies, and I'd like to establish protocol. Please welcome the Honorable Joseph Hugh, Minister for Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, and a past Chamber President. Give him a round of applause, please. The Honorable Roy McTaggart, Minister for Public Finance and Economic Development, as well as a past Chamber President. Where's Roy? Ms. Tamara E. Banks, the Deputy Chief Officer for the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure. Welcome, Tamara. And her colleague, Thais Ducent, from the Ministry as well. Welcome. And I'd also like to introduce the Chamber Councillors who are with us this evening. Obviously, we all know President Paul Biles is with us this evening. Give a hand for President Paul. We also have Secretary Roz Griffiths. Where's Roz? Roz, thanks for joining us. And also past Chamber Manager and also Councillor of the Chamber, Mario Ebanks. Where's Mr. Mario? So now that the protocol has been established, I'd like to welcome everyone, or the rest of us, and I hope you have a great evening. For those of you who know me, I try to keep things really tight and on time, so I promise this evening we're going to go through this award ceremony very promptly so that we can go next door and enjoy the entertainment courtesy of Chuck and Barry. So tonight is a celebration. It's a celebration of best business practices among Chamber members. And these are some of the top businesses, both small and large, in our community. We've had more than 30 nominations from different businesses, again, both small and large businesses. And these submissions, it was very challenging for the judges, and they often had difficult time determining the finalists in each of the categories. This bodes well for our community, and again, the whole purpose of this Business Excellence Awards is an awards program to recognize excellence in business. So put the hands together for all of those companies that submitted something for this year's awards program. To kick off this evening's event, I'd like to introduce Paul Biles to come forward to say a few words. Paul's an economist, and he's the owner and director of STS Cayman, which provides regulatory and management consulting services. Paul has worked in the financial services industry for almost 30 years. He is a former director of a Big Four consulting firm and former policy head of the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority. He is a published author who serves as an independent director of several financial services firms. Equally important, Paul shares a passion for small business and also innovation, youth education, and community engagement, all of which are an integral part of his DNA. Please welcome Paul Biles.
Thank you, Will, and good evening, everyone. I had no idea Will knew so much about my DNA. Integral parts of my DNA, actually. But yes, good evening, and it's a pleasure to be in your company and to witness the progression of our Business Excellence Awards. It's the second year we're doing this event. I'm very proud that we're doing it again. It went really well last year, and I'm very happy to be here this evening. Thank you all for your hard work, your submissions, and especially for coming out to celebrate the sterling services and products offered to our customers. As Chamber CEO Will Panu referred in his introduction, your individual and collective showings are great barometers of our future economic outlook, which I must say is most reassuring. Anyone can innovate, from micro businesses to blue chip companies. Whether your business offers food products, technology services, or financial services, we know that striving for excellence is a key differentiator within your respective markets. Indeed, if we are to succeed and grow, we have to do that. Whether it be running marathons or business pursuits, there is something very telling about good competition, something that supersedes a quest for market share. That is, a spark of new ideas to reach higher peaks every day. This ethos is sustained in competition, even as it feeds the entrepreneurial spirit, one which is common to humankind. So as we challenge each other to new levels of excellence, let us continue to embrace our community projects and environmental strategies which maintain our island's integrity and make our neighborhoods even more vibrant. Throughout time, from back when Caymanians twisted, thatched, and exported coconuts, such private initiative has been a vital component of Cayman's economy. I am very proud that the Chamber, formed in the pre-boom years of the 1960s, has been lockstep with this process. This year, as Chamber President, I am honored to help, guide, support, and promote and protect these interests. When I was first elected as Chamber President, I'll tell you a story, and Will doesn't know about this piece of my speech. He thinks that he is going to stick to the agenda tonight. I have some other ideas. So we're going to go off by about 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So our CEO, Will Panu, and I met, and he ran through the usual meeting, the one he has had with every incoming president for the past 2 decades. And he said to me, in addition to our typical 3-year agenda, is there anything that you would like to prioritize for this year? And I said to him, my response is very simple. I said, let's celebrate our members. Let's do more for our members. We want to remind them that we are very much a community of businesses. Let's offer more services and let's celebrate our community. In that sense, continuing with these awards tonight is key. It's a chance for us to come together as a community and reflect on our achievements, and as we are doing tonight, striving for excellence and celebrating our successes. I'm now going to ask my lovely wife, who is looking at me like, why are you doing this, to bring a gift to the stage. Thank you, lovely wife. Trust me, that will mean a lot later. So, Will Panu has been the CEO of the Chamber for 24 years. In 3 weeks, he will begin his 25th year as CEO of the Chamber. He is a nice guy most of the time. I say most of the time. But I want to tell you that to be in that job for 24 years and in 3 weeks, 25 years starts, it takes a special quality. It's like doing a change management course or being a specialist in change management. Because in that period, you've gone through 6 changes of government in 24 years. You've gone through, I think, about 18 different presidents, because initially we had 2-year periods for presidents. And you have to deal with those changes. You have to deal with personalities, not as nice as me, obviously, but you have to deal with all the other presidents that came before me, which were very difficult. And you have to kind of make it all work. Will would like to think that it's a job, like a career, a regular job, like we all have our jobs. But at the end of the day, running the Chamber is essentially community service. It's all community service. It's serving you guys as members and trying to make things better for you. Whatever that means, just trying to make things better for you. And if you have complaints about things, try to address them somehow, even if we may not be able to at the time. And so I want to recognize Will Panu this evening, and he's not expecting this. So right now I can tell you that he is very annoyed. He is very annoyed because we are going to be 3 minutes and 57 seconds off our agenda. Right? So he's not even focusing on what we're trying to do here. But we, collectively, we don't care, right? Do we care? No. Do we care? No. Well, we don't care about you, Wilpeno. What we're saying is we care about you a lot. So, Will, can you please come to the stage?
Thank you. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, I go? Yes.
You may leave. So that's a beautiful gift in the box. It's actually a little, what do you call it, anti-president device. So when you have any issues with presidents, you just press a button and then they start to feel a lot of pain somehow. They just feel very uncomfortable, the president. It comes with a charger that you need for it to operate, and I'll mail that to you in about 4 weeks. As you will see later this evening, presented tonight, there are infinite ways to reinvent commercial offerings, and we'll see that from the various members that are here. From new ways to present gemstones, fine cuisine, libations, new cars, to novel methods by which we can offer basic staples like food and water. In all these, it was very telling that there were a few two-way ties among the 2018 finalists, and there were several. And in fact, there was one three-way finish. It was very tight, very good competition. You and your employees display that special pride that comes from service and demonstrates hospitality and social conscience, which are essential for all customers, be they vacationers, students, or those with special needs. I was also very pleased personally to see education as a standout feature, one that was common across most categories, from health service to optimizing data security. I think what happens to us, meaning us as a community, is that we're often viewed, I said this at the very beginning of this year, and it's been almost 12 months already. I can't wait for the next 3 weeks to come. Did I say that out loud? But we're often viewed as a business community as people who are very much interested in making our businesses successful. And that means people that are interested in making profits. And what has occurred over many years is that there's an idea that us in this room pursuing profits and trying to do very well may not be the only or the best thing in the world. And what's usually missing is that the other things that you do, which is why I refer to education, the sponsorship of education initiatives, the fact that your staff work in environmental initiatives, the fact that you're doing all these other things gets missed a bit. And I always think it's important for us to remind the rest of the community about that. There are many businesses here in this room who do a lot for the community, and we at the Chamber, we very much appreciate that. Our new three-year strategy, which is just about to end now, I think I completed a lot of the things in the final piece of it, includes community service and the environment as well. So I want to say to you as president that I'm very proud of the many, many, many thousands of hours, and we know many hundreds of thousands of dollars that you give back to your community. Well done to you. So in closing, I congratulate you on your achievements over the past year, and as tonight is about the 31 nominees and Mr. Parker, of course, let us commence with the festivities and recognitions. Thanks for coming out, and please do enjoy the rest of the awards evening. Thank you.
If we're a little late, it's not my fault. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Honorable Minister Joseph Hugh. Believe it or not, Mr. Hugh and myself, we worked together when he was president of the chamber. It was during Hurricane Ivan, during that period. And Joey had a lot of sacrifice during that year. Matter of fact, I think he lost a lot of his personal belongings due to the storm. But just as President Paul just said, in spite of all of that, Joey actually contributed, hours upon hours of time to help rebuild Cayman during that period. And I had the pleasure of working side by side him during that period. So put your hand together for Minister Hugh.
Thank you, Will. Good evening, everyone. I didn't bring any gift for my beautiful wife to bring up to the stage, but I could not be outshone. I had to say that I do have a beautiful wife as well. I certainly couldn't come up here this evening without also adding my congratulations to Will on the verge of his 25th anniversary with the Chamber. I too had that meeting with Will, and mine went a little like, Will, you have Tuesdays, just one day of the week. All meetings have to happen on Tuesday, all appointments on Tuesday, evening functions are fine. Oh, and another thing, I don't wear ties and I don't wear long sleeve shirts, especially during your chamber happy hours at 5 o'clock. So find a member with an embroidery company and get us some polo shirts. So 1 year and 2 or 3 months later, because I did an extended time with the chamber, we were taking pictures at the changeover, and Will leans over and goes, Joey, I really admire your philosophy of work hard and play hard. I said, but I'm tired. So, as Minister for Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, I'm honored to be here to add my wholehearted support for the Chamber's Business Excellence Awards. Businesses don't succeed by accident. It takes leadership with vision, people with talent, and a can-do workplace culture. Leaders who inspire, people who dedicate to growing their talents or picking up new skills, and a workplace culture that is committed to innovating and delivering the best quality product or service. In total, it is about a mindset, starting from the top, that pushes for productivity and excellence in whatever we do. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements of businesses and entrepreneurs which have attained exceptional levels of business excellence. These organizations have distinguished themselves with outstanding management practices to champion innovation, to bring out the best in employees, and to deliver superior performance. It is inspiring to be in the company of so many high-achieving organizations and individuals whose tenacity, productivity, and vision gives us reason to pause and to be proud. Your achievements are a clear demonstration of the importance of developing strong fundamentals for future growth, regardless of revenue, size, or your industry sector. Tonight is honoring their commitment to excellence. We also acknowledge their contributions to our country's growth and development. The business sector of our islands is one of the most impressive in the region, and serves as a heartbeat of our economy. Each year, it continues to evolve and expand, and further boosting our economy in the process. I congratulate all of the businesses and entrepreneurs that are being awarded this evening, and I applaud your dedication, accomplishments, and sterling work within our community. I hope that your outstanding achievements will motivate others to leverage business excellence, to scale, and to compete effectively in the future economy. I wish you all a very pleasant evening and every success in taking your business to even greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Hugh. A good marketing campaign can change the outlook for any business. It can mean the difference between success and failure. So the next award deals with marketing excellence. And to help present that award is April Cummings. April owns a successful video production and media business, and tonight's videos that you'll be seeing are the work of April and our hardworking team. So April, a little bit about April, you can come to the stage. April is also a graduate. I'm a graduate of Emerson College in Boston, as well as April. Both of us graduated from Emerson College, so that's pretty cool, I think. Well done. Please welcome April.
Thank you, Will. I have many hats. Tonight I wear at least two. I'm also with Caldwell Banker Cayman Islands Realty, so congratulate me. At Caldwell Banker, we know just how important marketing is. Whether you're promoting a product or sending a message to a countrywide audience, marketing is clearly a vital part of a business communication strategy. And all of you in this room actually know that already. The very best campaigns attract new customers and engage with existing ones. They influence a person's decisions and mindset, and they also lead sometimes to new business ventures or increased community support. Tonight's finalists have shown that they know how to effectively market in the Cayman Islands. Let's take a look at tonight's marketing campaigns.
The nominees for Marketing Campaign of the Year are Rocky's Diamond Gallery.
Particular marketing program that we are talking about is the Sea Life Collection. It's a collection of our Cayman sea life, like the stingray, turtle. We have the seahorse, starfish, and a dolphin included. And that is something that's very dear to me. I mean, it's actually dear to Cayman, the stingray and the turtles. So it's a concept that I had where people would love to wear them when they're on vacation. They love the Stingray City, they do the turtle farm. Or just when we are in the island, we love our island culture, we like to wear it. So something that I wanted to design and put them in precious stones. Everybody has the fashion jewelry, but I wanted to give them something special, so that's where the thought came out. And the challenging part was to really sit down and create the design and put them in precious stones.
Vagabond Media Group.
The award was for a campaign that we did for a Jeep Caribbean and Car City Cayman here in Cayman. And it was basically, they came to us and we were managing their social media. And they said, you know, we want original content, find a way to really, you know, engage the community, involve the community, rather than just posting pictures of cars. So we, you know, thought of the idea of a Jeep and what kind of lifestyle that creates and who the Jeep driver would be and the lifestyle surrounding that. You know, when you think of Jeep, it's sort of like freedom, it's, you know, ruggedness, it's very much an island car. And the typical Jeep driver, you know, has a dog, and you sort of picture freedom and, you know, driving down the road with the dog with his ears out the window, you know, the wind in their hair kind of thing.
So let's invite tonight's finalists to the stage to receive their grand awards. Unfortunately, Monica Walton is off island, so I'm just going to open this envelope and see. Rocky left me. Vagabond Media Marketing Campaign of the Year. Congratulations, everyone. I'll keep this for Monica. When she gets back, I'll make sure she gets it.
Well, congratulations to Vagabond Media. Put your hands together. Well done. So we move into the next category, and that is Community Impact Award. For many businesses in the Cayman Islands, succeeding is much more about than simply generating profits. Instead, it is also about giving back to the community which supports us, whether it's introducing initiatives to become more eco-friendly or projects that provide support for those most in need. These businesses have shown outstanding support to the community. Here to present the Community Impact Award is Ms. Kanisha Morgan Taylor from Brit-K. Please welcome her.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Cayman Islands is a small community, and as such, we all strive to support each other. We are renowned for our welcoming nature, and our community spirit is one of the many appealing features for investors and visitors. Tonight's finalists have shown outstanding support for their local communities, and their initiatives and projects have benefited many, many lives. Please welcome tonight's finalists.
The nominees for Community Impact Award are Yellow.
Yellow to Green is Yellow Media Group's annual sustainability and recycling initiative. We started it about 8 years ago. Back then it was in its infancy, and Eileen Keynes actually started the program in that it was important to us as part of our corporate social responsibility to make sure that we created a product that was used by the community, but then also being a print product, that we did the responsible thing and we found a way to also turn that product into a reusable material. So we actually formed a partnership with a recycling partner called Green Fiber. Green Fiber is located in the United States, and they literally create recyclable materials out of paper products. Yellow to Green actually started out as an education opportunity, really working with the students, and that's really what I like most about it personally. Is I love educating the students from an early age, because if you can teach them and give them the tools in their primary years, they learn lifelong lessons. And for generations to come, we will be sharing with them the tools that they need and who they'll naturally give them to their children as well.
The Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman.
It's important to help those that are in need. We feel it's very important that you want to give to the younger persons to make sure they're getting the right foot up. So we do a lot of trainings, community footprint projects inside of the hotel. We participate with ARC. We do Succeed Through Service, which are different modules that we do with the John Gray High School. We are constantly involved with SciFec. We're involved with the Crisis Center, Soy Club. We've just done Miss Nadine's, so we're involved in the NCVO as well. We also get involved with the National Trust. We assist with the blue iguanas, turtle nest walkings and sightings, and monitor those as well. So we work with the Department of Environment and those initiatives as well. We're a fantastic hotel. We operate, we have a wonderful business. But behind all of that, behind what you see, we do a lot. Last year we did over 4,000 hours in community service. So we do a lot behind the scenes.
So Yellow and Ritz-Carlton, I'd just like to invite the representatives here to the stage to accept your grand awards. And the Best in Show award goes to Yellow Media Group.
Well, congratulations to the Yellow Media Group. Again. Education has been a key focus of the Chamber's work over the past several years, with Mentoring Cayman program and the Careers Expo benefiting hundreds of students each year. This year, the Chamber also introduced the Summer Youth Work Experience program, which helps bridge the gap between the classroom and workplaces. Tonight's finalists have made significant investments in local education and have shown outstanding support of students. Here to present the award are Sabrina Dennis Elgaita and Shaniqua Mayhew from Caribbean Alliance. Please welcome them.
Good evening. Caribbean Alliance is proud to return to the Business Excellence Awards as the Commitment to Education partner for the second year running. We understand the importance of education, and as a business, we are committed to supporting students and investing in knowledge whenever and wherever possible.
Tonight's finalists shared this same mentality. They have gone above and beyond the call of duty to ensure that the leaders of tomorrow are as successful and even more so than those of past generations. So it is our privilege to introduce tonight's Commitment to Education finalists.
The nominees for Commitment to Education are Health City, Cayman Islands.
Over 90% of doctors know that they will be doctors before the age of 13. So Dr. Debbie Shetty understands that coming into the Cayman Islands, we wouldn't have had the level of tertiary care that we're going to have. So for the most part, people wouldn't have had that opportunity to stay at home and be a cardiothoracic surgeon. So he knew, and he really pushed the fact that we needed to have educational programs that would reach and touch the hearts and minds of the children before they reach the age of 13 in order to put them on the right track.
We've innovated and we use webinars to reach into the schools. And through a webinar, we can reach the most kids through the most cost-effective means with the best available technology and the highest quality content. And to date, we've reached 1,850 students through our program. To when you think of the first year, when we began with 18 students, we've now reached 1,850.
DART.
I think we do a lot of good in the education world for the Cayman Islands. There are sort of two main programs. So one is the DART Scholarship Program. So that's a scholarship program for high school students and also one for university level students, and that's academically based. The other part of our program is the Minds Inspired program, and that is for events, and it's really designed to get enthusiasm and to motivate kids to love STEM subjects, things like Math Challenge and Sea Perch underwater robotics.
It is my pleasure to invite DART and Health City, Cayman Islands to the stage to collect their grand awards.
And the Best in Show award goes to, DART and Health City.
Oh.
It's a tie.
There was a tie. Okay. There was a tie. You're going to get.
Oh, we're both going to get.
Yep. Well, congratulations to Health City and DART Cayman Islands. Well done. As I said at the beginning when I did the introduction, the judges had a very, very difficult time this year from the quality of the submissions. So in that case, they couldn't make a decision. Well done. Now it's time, and I'd like to thank the Caribbean Alliance for sponsoring that award. Now it's time to turn to the next part of our program, which really is a touching part of our program where we honor an individual who really has contributed not only to the business community, but to the community generally. And to introduce this award, I'm going to invite Minister Hugh back to the stage where he'll do the presentation.
Good evening again, everyone. It is certainly a personal honor as someone who has watched in admiration the accomplishments of this resolute and stately gentleman, as well as an honored duty as the people's representative for the commercial activities, and to serve in both of those roles this evening. After seeing Mr. Parker's biography and other recent pieces of publicity leading up to this gala event, some may think that there is little more to be said about him. That is not the case, however. In our close island community, we individually experience much of the good practices and characters of those around us, especially those in positions of leadership. And so, some thoughts that came to mind when I was asked to present to Mr. Parker were that there are indeed still iron men in our midst. Heroes, often unsung, who consistently serve to uplift and inspire their families, colleagues, employees, and the greater community. I will not elaborate on the outstanding business practices of this very deserving recipient, other than to say that he uses a business model which anyone can emulate, regardless of the type or size of business. A bit of common sense, lots of hard work, and intricately combining with conservative yet well-measured risk. Pause here to tell about one of those risks Mr. Parker told me about earlier this evening when he asked the gentleman to go and clear the land on North Sound Road where Parker's currently exist. And he went there immediately after work, as he was still working full-time, to see how much work had been done. And there was just a few feet pushed into the bushes. So he went and found the gentleman and asked, you know, what happened? And he said, we clear land, not water. And so at that time, I'm sure Mr. Parker had to be questioning how conservative his investment was. I've always admired Mr. Parker's neighborly approach, which took on new meaning when my relatives built our family business adjacent to the Parker's superstore in the mid-70s. We also had discussions this evening about which one was there first, and neither Mr. Parker nor my father can quite remember who built first, but there were certainly two of the first persons to develop in the North Sound Road Industrial Park area. We had two of the first establishments in the area, and I spent many summers working with my family before I joined full-time in the early 90s. The proximity of Parker's proved most convenient when we needed to find a part to repair a commercial machine at Hughes, or perhaps to meet our own diverse automotive and domestic needs at his store, or on a tough Saturday morning after an even tougher Friday night to get a good beef patty and a Lucozade. Mr. Parker being a past president of the Chamber of Commerce himself, I also benefited from his support and advice during my tenure with the Chamber, including my presidency. and especially during the very difficult and tumultuous time after Hurricane Ivan. And so I say thank you, Mr. Parker. The turnout this evening, including many of his friends, his family, and his employees represented here tonight, indicate that the commercial outlook of our islands remain in good stead, as does for the Parker family business. I know firsthand the challenges of a family business, and we always know that statistical fact that most family businesses don't make it past the second generation. But I feel very confident that the Parker's family will. In closing, I warmly recall the thrill of witnessing last year's Lifetime Achievement Award given to Mr. Cardinal da Costa. I know they are good friends, and both are equally deserving. And so I know that we are not here tonight to listen to me. So it is now a distinct privilege to present this high honor as a small token of the appreciation from peers, the commercial sector, and on behalf of the people and government of the Cayman Islands, to Mr. Keith Parker Tibbetts, Jr.
The recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award is Mr. Keith Parker Tibbetts, Jr. Keith Parker Tibbetts Jr. says he got a late start in business.
I was 10 years and 9 months old when I first got into business.
Mr. Parker came from Cayman Brac to Grand Cayman with very little, but he grew what he had with hard work and a liberal dash of vision.
My dad's favorite poem was The Mary Gloucester by Rudyard Kipling, and his favorite line out of it is, "They've copied all they can follow, but they cannot copy my mind. I leave them sweating and stealing a year and a half behind." I have taken that to heart from a very early age.
Associated Industries Group began its life basically as a junkyard, which grew into car parts sales, and today is the umbrella for Parker's, Ace, AI Rentals, and Save the Date. He says it truly is one of his proudest achievements. Success he attributes to business acumen and a belief system that he learned early in life watching customers being served in his grandparents' Cayman Brac store.
I did my grade school homework on a mom and pop store counter. That's where I was. That was what I learned as a way of life.
Mr. Parker has been involved in so many different types of business enterprises, it's hard to categorize them. Let's just say he is a true entrepreneur, deftly getting in and sometimes out of a business at exactly the right time.
I have built a reputation of moving quite fast on businesses.
He believes his success has customer service at its core.
A lot of the businesses, I wasn't the first one to go into them. I just tried to run mine better than any other one I saw. And put whatever elbow grease it needed into it, too.
Elbow grease and an impeccable sense of timing. It's been a winning combination for Mr. Parker and his businesses.
Things have always dropped into place pretty quickly for me.
As an early member of and supporter of the Chamber of Commerce since the 1960s, he's been a passionate advocate for the business community, serving as president from 1979 to 1982. And after his amputation due to complication of diabetes, he's shown us all that a disability may change your life, but it doesn't have to diminish your quality of life.
My father's father was a diabetic. He rode his bicycle to work. He served his store. I learned that you have a disability, but you can do things to work around it.
serves on the Disability Council, earning the Cayman Islands Certificate and Badge of Honor presented during the 2017 Queen's Birthday celebration.
Honesty is a big key in business. In fact, I will tell you that on my tombstone, I would like to know that they put, "Here lies an honest gentleman." That's what I would like to see there. And I've tried to build that reputation in all my years.
Well, thank you, Minister Hugh, and congratulations to Mr. Parker. I have many stories of my interaction with Mr. Parker over the years, and he certainly is an honest and upright gentleman, and certainly the salt of this land called the Cayman Islands, and we're very proud to have him here. Congratulations, Mr. Parker. The Yellow Media Group is the next company that will be presenting an award that they introduce products and services that are unique in the Cayman Islands, and they'll be presenting the Entrepreneur of the Year award. And I'd like to invite Lee Hipkins from the Yellow Group to the podium to present the Entrepreneur of the Year award. Lee?
Thank you. Good evening. It's our distinct honor to once again support the Business Excellence Awards. Entrepreneurs are the lifeblood of the private sector. They bring unique ideas to the marketplace. They work tirelessly to improve business skills, and they take risks to achieve their goals. More often than not, these entrepreneurs will become leaders of the private sector, shaping the business landscape for our future generations. Yellow Media Group knows how important entrepreneurs are, and it's our privilege to present the inaugural Entrepreneur of the Year award. And here are tonight's 3 finalists.
The nominees for Entrepreneur of the Year are Consolidated Water.
People have to buy our product. The rates are set by the regulator, so it's a highly regulated environment. So we have to introduce these incentives. So we have a strategy map. Basically what I tell the guys, and I produced a leaflet, I distribute to all of the guys, so that they see, whenever you don't know exactly what is this all about, look at that map. It's the north of the company is there. So just follow it. You have a map. You just have to look at it. When you forget about the important things, look at the map. And then every month we monitor that map. So we have the balanced scorecard where we basically set all the key KPIs. We give numbers to that and we evaluate it every month. And that's what we are doing here. We are executing the strategy, we are monitoring the strategy, and we have the day-to-day work totally aligned with our top-level strategy.
Fuse in Designs.
The product is a solution to a very common issue, especially here in Cayman, and that is to provide a safe alternative to covering those horrible metal eyesores that plague the living space of so many condos and houses here. The fuse box. So this product allows you to safely make it decorative, make it attractive without violating fire code or voiding your fire insurance. People say, oh, what a great idea. You know what? How easy. How come I didn't think of that? But it's been really well received. People are really excited. Excited so that there's now 2 different versions of the product. So the first version is the magnetic version, which sticks on. It's custom made to the model number on the inside of the electrical panel. And because the demand was so great for the product, that I have developed an additional version, which is adhesive. So you actually, size it, you cut it, you stick it yourself on there. So it kind of allows me to meet the retail demand for the market as opposed to just the custom-made pieces.
Island Naturals.
It basically just started from me feeling like there was a need for more health and wellness in Cayman. I don't think that people realize how difficult it is to maintain a full-time job and to run 2 businesses. Yes, I do have a lot of staff, but it wasn't always like that, it's been a very interesting journey, and I have learned so much about myself, what I'm capable of. It's actually quite amazing, the community in Cayman and what is possible with very little money and very little resources when they see someone who cares so much about what they're doing and what I was trying to create here for Cayman.
So I would like to now invite Consolidated Water, Fusion Designs and Island Naturals to the stage to collect their grand awards. Okay. Sorry. Now for the Steve Harvey moment. So the Best in Show award goes to Lindsay Allen, Island Naturals. You need the big one. Big one.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Small businesses represent about 70% of the makeup of the Chamber of Commerce. These businesses are the backbone of the Cayman economy, introducing new products and services and creating jobs. Many of these businesses work quietly in the background. Tonight, we are pleased to bring them to the forefront. And to do that with the Small Business of the Year Award, I'd like to introduce President of the Chamber, Paul Biles, to present this award.
In just about every community and on any given hour of the day, there are cornerstones, specialist service providers, boutique-style operations, which taken together constitute a key component to local business. Indeed, with more than 60% of our businesses employing 10 or fewer persons, small businesses are the core of the Chamber of Commerce. Such is the genesis of most very successful conglomerates. They are like acorns that become great oaks, or perhaps like local mango seeds that become prized family assets. Now you know I didn't write acorns in that speech. You absolutely look at me and you know that I wouldn't say something like that. Anyway, there are seeds of good business ideas which sprout in the minds of entrepreneurs, are transplanted in garages and living rooms, and tended until they blossom into the vibrant small businesses of today. Tonight's finalists represent a strong dedication to the local and regional markets, a growth mindset focused on meeting the future cyber challenges head-on, as well as a strong representation of the fairer gender. Please welcome tonight's finalists.
The nominees for Small Business of the Year are Kelly Holding.
One of the unique things about us is that we've worked throughout the Caribbean, and we've done that all 15 years that we've been in business. So we've worked in probably 15 different countries around the region, doing a variety of things, mostly in cricket, traditionally. Most recently we did Flow Skills, which was across 15 different countries across the region, managing events in each of those countries, 3 events every weekend over a period of 5 weeks. So we would split up and each go and manage those events in the different countries, and of course all the preliminary logistics work and everything to prepare for those actual events. I think that as a small company, we show what small businesses can do, you know, what a small team can accomplish. I think that we've accomplished a lot in our 15 years. We're looking for bigger, better years ahead that we can actually accomplish even more. We're excited about where we're going. We're an all-female team, which is kind of interesting in itself, but I think we have a good spirit as a small company. We try and do a lot of community things as well.
eShore.
For over a decade, we've been doing specific cybersecurity training in regards to email systems. Every year here at the Chamber, for example, but we really decided to evolve into more of a go-to for professional leadership training in regards to cybersecurity.
In 2019, we're going to a 4-day work week. We try to be one of the top employers and recruit Caymanians. We are 45% Caymanian staff, and we work in 9 islands. So that's a big territory for over 14 years. So the Big Four, we're going to a 4-day work week, and we like what we do regionally, but we're based in Cayman.
Our sort of Cinderella story is we are a majority Cayman company, Caymanian owned. We are a majority female run company, and we're very small, effective, nimble. We really think that we're kind of punching above our weight in some of the challenges we take on, but in a way I think a lot of people respect the unique boutique nature of eShore.
I would now like to invite eShore and Kelly Holding to the stage to accept their grand awards. Send her a bit more, please, just a little touch. There, oh, the suspense. You have my glasses? Just kidding. And the Small Business of the Year award goes to eShore.
Congratulations to eShore. We have indeed seen some really deserving award recipients this evening, and this leads us to really the top award for the evening, which is proudly sponsored by Cayman National. This is the ultimate category for a local business, which is to be recognized by your peers and everybody else as the Business of the Year. So I'd like to welcome Phil Jackson of Cayman National to present the background for this award. Please welcome Phil.
Good evening. Providing great customer service is the very fabric of any successful enterprise. The accompanying good practices are essential to sustain success, which results in bonuses reaped by customers and the wider economy. Tonight's nominees are indeed representatives of this ethos, be it forging ways to deliver services faster and more efficiently, or introducing new experiences which warm the hearts of even repeat guests. Any successful business must continually strive for excellence in service. Successful businesses do this by maintaining a focus on their people. Their customers are regarded as more than account numbers or just faces in the crowd, and their own team members are their greatest assets. These, in combining with the other essential components of good management, are indeed a recipe for customer loyalty, investor dividends, and a positive growth outlook. These attributes and much more were used as evaluation criteria by our judges. They examined the effectiveness of each company's branding and marketing materials, the impact of their human resource initiatives, and their general contributions to the Cayman Islands community. So please put your hands together for tonight's very deserving finalists.
The nominees for Business of the Year are Marriott Resort Grand Cayman.
The leadership team of the hotel have done an amazing job over the last few years implementing our new concept, which is the Beach House experience, that really resonates with not only our hotel guests, but also the local community in Grand Cayman.
We have what we call a balanced scorecard, and that would be financial responsibility, responsibility to our owners, responsibility to our employees, and responsibility to our guests. And so in all 4 areas of the balanced scorecard, we're hitting it. We're skyrocketing.
Water Authority Cayman.
We have significantly contributed to the development of the Cayman Islands. Growing up, we had a cistern, and we had to clean it. It was my job every spring to clean it. For us to come from that point of backing water to the point where we have on tap excellent quality water that's available to the majority of people in the Cayman Islands, I think is a great achievement, and that's been done in just 35 years. I love having my staff, and they work hard. They come out all hours of the night. If you hear there's a leak, you have to think that there's somebody getting up out of their bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're getting dressed, getting in the car, and they're out there making sure that they make those repairs and get the water back on as soon as possible.
I now invite Marriott Resort Grand Cayman and the Water Authority Cayman to the stage to accept their awards. Drum roll. And the Best in Show award goes to Grand Cayman Marriott Beach Resort.
Congratulations to the Marriott and the staff on receiving the 2018 Business of the Year. So we're about 10 minutes behind schedule. Actually, we were pretty close to being on schedule, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, I did the final thing I have to say is just to say thank you to a lot of different people and sponsors that allowed this event to take place. So basically, some of those organizations and that I'd like to say a special thank you to are the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, Yellow Media Group, BritK, Cayman National, Caribbean Alliance Insurance Company, Coldwell Banker, Broadhurst LLC, Cox Lumber Company, Deloitte, Kensington Management, Chatterbox, Fast Signs, Picture This, Bliss, Cayman Life TV, and Fountainhead. So put your hands together for all of those companies. And obviously, I think behind the scenes, a lot of these things happen without us really understanding what has gone into it. I personally would like to give a special vote of thanks to the hardworking chamber staff. Nikita Durant is the glue that keeps our events and programs together. Marilyn Conley, we have Sue Fleming Kerford, Lennon Christian is somewhere, and there's Kerry Pratt. Where's Kerry? She's probably in the back somewhere. I know Paul was kind enough to give me recognition for the beginning of my 25th year at the Chamber. I think we all should put our hands together for Kerry. She's been with me for 17 years, and she needs an award for that. So congratulations, Mr. Parker. You deserve that recognition. And thank you again to all our sponsors and everyone here this evening. It's now time to enjoy ourselves. Next door we have some entertainment from Chuck and Barry. Enjoy some more hors d'oeuvres. There's a dessert table there. And let's have some fun. So thank you for joining this evening, and look forward to seeing you next year.